Thrifting ain't easy, unless you're watching me. Welcome, baseball fans! Is it time for Dodgers baseball? Not really, but it is time for another edition of the Thrift Store Rundown and knocking another piece of Hollywood out of the ballpark, on a budget, and hoping to God it lands somewhere on your home plate. Last night, the MLB All-Star Game at Truist Park in Cumberland, Georgia made MLB history by entering into a home run derby-style swing-off to settle the score for the first time ever. Kinda like the way soccer and hockey had penalty shootouts to determine the winner of those games at the end of regulation. At the bottom of the ninth inning, both the American and National League teams were tied 6-6, so the MLB had a home run swing-off to determine the winner. Best of 3 rounds, whoever got the most hits won. And the Phillies' Kyle Schwarber, who's not a pitcher, helped secure a rare win for the National League, 4-3 in the Midsummer Night's Classic. He also won the Ted Williams MVP award. You could call it the Avengers Endgame of MLB All-Star Games. In that case, you would call Kyle Schwarber the new Mr. 3000. Movie reference within a movie reference within a baseball reference. We're hitting and swinging already. In any event, I call it a solid conclusion to a great game with tremendous effort from both parties. We're not very sports forward on this channel as we would like to be, but it gives me a good opportunity to highlight some other celebs taking part in America's pastime in their own way across the country. Take me out to the ball game. These sports-loving stars are playing the field. SNL's Heidi Gardner and George Clooney played in celebrity softball games in Kansas City and Central Park. Mets fans Lauren Cohen of The Walking Dead and John Mayer. Dallas's Patrick Duffy throwing out the first pitch at the Cincinnati Reds game. Jeopardy host Ken Jennings with his son Dylan at a Mariners game in Seattle. And Olympic gold medalists Alexis Holmes, Gabby Thomas, and Cindy McLaughlin-Varone trading track and field for Phillies baseball. All this is all well and good, but it's partially the reason as to why I bought this, the newest issue of Us Weekly Magazine, July 21st, at Stop & Shop in Clifton Commons for the retail price of $6.99, also retailing for $1 more up in Canada. Hey, had I knew that the All-Star Game was going to reach an historic conclusion, I probably still wouldn't have bought this, but for one person and one person only. You'll see her later. But there's other things to highlight in here, such as La Dolce Vita. Yes, the highly anticipated multi-million-dollar wedding of Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez. And yes, I got it right, Sanchez Bezos, in Venice, Italy. A star-studded 3-day multi-million-dollar event, which gives London, the place that's also known for holding lavish celebrity weddings and royal family weddings, a run for its money. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, decoding the guest list, finding out how all the celeb attendants connect to the Bezos and Sanchez families, and the wedding by the numbers. I show you this for one reason and one reason only, to make a proposition that Venice, Italy challenges London, England, and all of its bachelors and bachelorettes to a makeout derby to determine the most romantic place to get hitched or engaged, common folk and celebrities alike. Would that be interesting to you? A makeout derby to determine bragging rights for the most romantic place to get engaged or hitched? Maybe they should broadcast that on Fox Sports. There's also scoop on Sherri Papini's life after her humongous kidnapping hoax, for which she served 18 months in federal prison, not to mention having a doc and a self-published book released, neither of which she's earning profit from. In anything, whatever profit does come from the book will probably go to pay restitution for all the organizations that wasted their time and energy on her tremendous lie. That's what you get for lying on a grand scale. I make no comment on the Sean P. Diddy Combs shocking mixed bag verdict. I mean, the prosecution overreached, and well, the defense shut them down. But I do want to highlight a classic dessert in the summertime, or any time for that matter, because really, baseball isn't baseball without apple pie and hot dogs and ice cream. And you can celebrate National Ice Cream Day with magical pots of gold and rainbows. This is actually the creation of Tyler Malik, chef and co-founder of Salt and Straw Ice Cream, Pots and Gold and Rainbows Ice Cream. You can get the recipe here on the left, along with salted straw's coveted 17% butterfat base on the right. Also on the right side of this page, we have Guy Fieri's Life in Food. An ingredient that feels most underappreciated under his eyes is fennel. If he can eat only one food for the rest of his life, spicy food. Well, that's really a general broad category. What about one particular food that's spicy? And if someone had $10 to spend at Chicken Guy, what should they buy? Well, with 5 sauces and chicken tenders and many different combinations to choose from, you can't go on. I know I didn't go on, and I had a chicken sandwich, which could use a little off the top in the lettuce department. We wrapped up our 3rd season of the Fork on the Road show at Chicken Guy in New York City, and you'll see that on Thanksgiving week in November. So far, this issue has been more Little League than Major League in my taste, but now we're getting ready to hit the big time with Jennifer Aniston. And here she is getting ready to adapt Jeanette McCurdy's best-selling 2022 memoir, I'm Glad My Mom Died, for Apple TV. She will star and executive produce the 10-part adaptation. So, we got our first home one of the day, but let's make it a double homer with Courteney Cox! Yes, the love of my life, friends forever. Friends, alums, and real-life besties for over 30 years, Rachel and Monica looked as radiant as ever in a sweet makeup-free photo shared via Instagram. So you can count how many pictures we have here. 2, one of friends, and 1 30-plus years later. So it's a double home one. But if you count Jennifer Aniston, yep, she appears twice in this issue. So if this were a home run derby style straight off, she'd definitely be the MVP here, for it is now a grand slam. And all in all, in our altered order operations, I give an altered order of claps, this earning 4.5 out of 5. But what more can you do for the July 21st issue of Us Weekly? Really, it's just your everyday garden variety Us Weekly, which thanks to the MVP of my heart and her +1, somehow manages to hit it out of the park. Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.